Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Four Sides of Cross podcast. I am your host, Jason Cross, and today we'll be talking to Patrick Cramer. He plays Dean in our new short film, Take Me. So, Patrick, tell us a little about yourself and your background.
My name is Patrick Cramer. I'm originally from Wisconsin, but I live in the state of Colorado. I enjoy making people laugh and creating new characters. I also enjoy improv and just getting day to day, making it just a little bit better place.
Nice. Can you describe what influenced you to pursue a career as an actor?
Well, for about as long as I can remember, I always loved telling stories, making up crazy scenarios and making people laugh. I mean, there's nothing better than when people laugh and just laugh honestly because they enjoy the moment. There's a power when you can make people see a character other than yourself.
Absolutely. Can you tell me what kind of roles you think you're best suited for?
Well, I think I best do quirky, odd roles that require a pretty wide breadth of characteristics. But I think that together they make a complex character. There's nothing too shallow. It's always something more and something deeper.
What kind of roles would you like to play in the future?
Well, most of my acting career is revolved around comedic roles, and I have no problem with that. That's what I love to do. But as I get older, I think with a lot of my life experiences, I think I could handle and understand the ability to portray more serious roles. And I would love to have that chance.
Well, I really liked what you brought to this role. I can't wait to see you in other type of serious roles. I think you're really going to nail it. But how do you rehearse a scene if other actors are that you need to interact with in the scene are just not available?
I like to run the scene in my head many times to see what the repetitions come up with. I mean, working with a non character reader can help as well, practicing, listening, understanding the lines. You have to just keep moving inward and trying to find that extra depth.
Where do you go to practice loud vocal exercises?
Well, people usually tell me that I'm pretty loud every day, that my everyday voice is already so loud, I guess I don't need to do a lot of vocal exercises. I mean, I met somebody once in Belgium, and he was telling me how at first there was somebody that was just way too loud, way too much for them. And he turns to me and he goes, "And it's you." And he goes, "You're like the ghost in the back of my head." That's all right. I can be the ghost in back of his head. Works.
Well, just don't be a ghost in my head because it gets pretty crowded in there. That's why I write so much. Anyway, what steps do you take to fully understand the importance of the character in the story?
Well, writing out a background, trying to build the side story about the character. I mean, that'll always provide the depth. I mean, you don't have to move it in any direction specific to somebody else. You only have to do it specifically to you, just to help you build your character, because that's what you need to do is understand the character within yourself.
Very true. Who do you consider to be your acting role model? Like, whose career would you like to emulate and why?
Well, I think Philip Seymour Hoffman has an absolutely unbelievable way to bring life to each character he portrays. It's a bit of acting, but I mean, it's really being what's a part of him and what's a part of the character that he's invented. You merge those two, and that's where the magic is.
What is the first thing you do to research and approach a role?
I like to just read the script multiple times. I mean, and study the interactions from different angles, trying to understand who's saying what and why other people react to it. I mean, there's magnitudes of ways that you can try to take though in many different directions.
Tell us about your favorite project that you've ever worked on and why.
I was fortunate enough to work on a state commercial for the Arizona Lottery. I got to work with a wonderful set of cast. My auditioning experience was just fabulous. I mean, I've never walked out of a audition where basically I knew I had the role. The director had looked at me and said, "I've just not seen a character read it that way." I don't know if it was necessarily that specifically great. I think I nailed it in the way he saw it, and so when the two meshed, that was what was awesome. And I also got to meet my co-star in the commercial, who was an absolute professional, and she was amazing. And it was fun to watch her work throughout the day, just working on that commercial and doing an absolutely fabulous job.
What would you say is your most favorite inspirational quote? Something that really makes you feel good.
I think my favorite one would have to be simply be the change you wish to be in the world, spoken by Gandhi.
What would you say is your favorite type of movies?
Well, I always love the movies that have a lot of multiple plots that intertwine, go sideways, left, right, up, down, and then by the end they all come back together and meet in the ending. And it's amazing to see how they do that, how they bring those back together. And it's just really fun.
What would be your advice for someone who wants to become an actor?
Well, find the type of performance arts that you want to pursue, as they're all very different. I mean, there's many different styles, many different forms, and finding the one that works for you, I think, is going to be the most important. Be it stage, be it screen, be it voiceover, be it commercials or improv, however that works.
What are you working on now?
At the moment, I don't have a lot of current projects. If anyone needs a yard that they need mowing or maybe a bit of sanding to be done, let me know.
Where can people see your other work?
People can see my Arizona Lottery commercial as well as my voiceover that I've worked on at the Star Now website.
Awesome. Well, I definitely recommend everybody check out Patrick's work at the Star Now website, and also to check him out as he plays Dean in our new film Take Me, premiering soon. Thank you very much, Patrick, and to everybody, have a good night.